Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Exploring the Car. And, you know, I don't know if you all have heard me talk about what's going on with my buddy James, my best friend. He's like my little brother. He's presumed dead and missing. I don't want to get into the story right now again. But, if you listen to my radio show from Saturday night, and this is Monday morning right now, March 12th, and if you go to tfrlive.com/The Eye of Rob, please subscribe to my radio show to help support me. Get all the archives of all the shows. You should get thousands of shows from Truth Frequency Radio Network, from dozens of different radio shows. I think there's like 35 different radio shows on Truth Frequency Radio, and there's thousands of shows in the archive from all these different shows. It's tfrlive.com/Eye of Ra, and my Patreon is patreon.com/The Mystical Spiral. My website, themysticalspiral.com. I do readings. I have an assortment of crystals. Right now, I gotta actually change it tonight, but right now on my website you only see the kyanite that I have available, but I have golden healer clusters. I got all different types of amethyst wands, amethyst pyramid, all different shapes of amethyst as well. And I got quartz towers, phantom generators, quartz phantom generators. They are really, actually, I might even have one on me right now. Yeah, these ones, they are pretty fat, actually. They are really nice. I really like these too. And some of them I have a couple of, I would say I have plenty of stock, but I would say I have about 30 or 40 of them that are thinner than this, and that would make fat little nice pendants. Actually, not little pendants, really fat boy pendants. You know, if someone wanted to make a necklace out of it, it would be amazing. And I bless and charge these, depending on the size. They're all different prices, but most of them are around the same price. Just contact me, mysticalspiral.com. You'll see all the information. So today, I wanted to touch on what I was speaking about in the show on Saturday night, my show called Eye of Ra. And I also have another show called Spiral Radio that I did on the Para X Radio Network. I was on Para X for almost 2 years straight. I did almost 70, I think I did about 75 shows, 75 weeks in a row on Para X, but I had to take a little break because I have a newborn baby, and I work a full-time job, and I do readings and everything else on the side, so doing radio shows on my 2 days off from my regular job on Friday and Saturday was getting too much. And actually, the Para X show actually cost me money, so I had to put that one on hold for a little while. So Spiral Radio is not gone though. I have to talk to Para X actually to see if my slot's gonna get given up for now, or if I'm gonna go back with them, or what's gonna happen. But Spiral Radio will continue either way. I think it might just go to my Patreon, where I have guests on for my subscribers on Patreon. But Spiral Radio is my baby. That's my original radio show. The Eye of Ra, I came up with spur of the moment because I was offered a slot. I was offered a spot on Truth Frequency Radio by my friend Chris Cherigio. So I took that opportunity right away. I wasn't going to pass that up. So I came up with the Eye of Ra, and that show is a whole nother beast in itself too. It's really getting good now. I have a lot of ideas and ways I want to go with that as well. But yeah, Saturday night, the first hour I did solo, and the second hour, my guest was John Herlosky. Now, you guys should go check that out at tfrlive.com/IofRa to hear what John was talking about in the second hour. He's an expert remote viewer, and he's been on Project Stargate and other projects that you guys would want to definitely hear about some of the things that he's have seen and some of his targets, what they ended up to be. So, the first hour I talked about Watcher's DNA, spots in our history where I feel genetic manipulation took place, genetic engineering, and, you know, I was able to dig up some information about Malta. And Malta is a place of high interest for me. I feel I have ancestral connections as well there. It's right off the coast of Italy too, so it's definitely possible that I have a lot of connections to Malta. I'm going to catch this light. Okay, so one interesting topic that I wanted to talk about is the Maltese women and some of their features. Now, the women from Malta are known for their black eyes, their entrancing, beautiful black eyes, their very fine, silky hair, and their beautiful bodies and beautiful carriage that they have. So there is this ancient custom that goes back to the beginning of time of Malta that they can possibly remember. Their oldest custom, one of the oldest relics of Malta that can be still found today, is that the Maltese women, what they call the Faldetta. The Faldetta is basically them wearing this huge black cloak. Almost looks like a Cathar's cloak, or, you know, but it's a huge overgrown hood on this black robe. Huge overgrown black hood, and you can't tell who's underneath it really, a man, woman, what's going on. It just looks very mysterious and pretty intense, actually. You would think it would definitely be a man wearing something like that, especially in ancient times, right? So these Faldettas, lore has it in some circles that the original reason why the women, now they're women that wear these black ones, you know, these black Faldettas. The reason why these women wear them still today too, and have been for a very long time, was originally because when what the Bible called the fallen angels, and like I've described, they're not fallen angels, they're watchers, they're Grigori, they're not fallen anything. When they came into this dimension, they were kidnapping women and doing genetic experiments on them, even making them pregnant with different types of species, genetically modified humans, all types of things. Basically kidnapping and raping women when they came into this dimension. They talk about it right in the book of Enoch in their own way. Coming down to Mount Hermon, they decided to take women as wives and create the Nephilim, the Rephaim. So they originally wore these black Faldetta robes with these overgrown hoods to hide the fact that they were these beautiful women with these long, beautiful hair and beautiful black eyes. Or maybe even the black eyes came after the kidnappings. Maybe that's one of the traits of these watchers. But anyway, the reason why they were wearing these black cloaks was to hide the fact that they were women and beautiful, so the Watchers wouldn't come into this dimension and kidnap them and rape them and do genetic experiments on them. So they were hiding the fact that they were women, you know. And so these hoods were basically to stop kidnapping and raping from these Grigori, you know, these Watchers, these genetic manipulators. And I'm here at my job, and you know, I also, you know, definitely check out the show. Like I said, subscribe at tfrlive.com/theeyeofra. I even talk about how the Macnamara clan from Ireland is a descendant of the seal, of amphibious creatures from the sea sirens. So it's a really interesting show. Gets better and better every week, and we'll see you next time inside the Eye of Ra as we spiral out and explore the Ka. Peace.